Yes, check. So you're going to send me the link, right? Hello, good evening, everyone. So good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, I want you to type on the comment section that you can hear me. I'm still waiting. Let's wait a little for people to join. I don't intend to spend more time here because I have a lot to do, and I know you have a lot to do too. Okay, so I'll wait a little for people to join. But if you can really hear me, I would like you to type on the comment section that you can hear me. So I will go. We have a lot to do this night, but I'll try as much as I can to um, make it interactive. So I'll wait once again. Okay, all right. So I can see that some people can hear me. Um, Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's session. I'm so happy to be in this session. When Abraham reached out to me whether I'll be available for this conference, I asked him some questions, and I know that this conference is for leaders. I believe that it is for leaders, and I know that anyone that is listening is a leader. And definitely, we all are leaders. Sometimes people think that leaders are those ones that have the title leader. But then, leaders, for you to be a leader, you you don't actually need a title. Anyone can be a leader. In fact, everyone is supposed to be a leader. The issue with um, some countries or some people or some group of people or organizations is that the led feel that the only leaders we have there are those at the top, those with the tag. But if everyone thinks like a leader, it will be easy. If everyone thinks like a leader, we all act like leaders. So leadership is not all about the person with the tag. It's not all about the leader actually per se, but it is all about leading. So it is possible for someone to be a leader but not leading. It is possible for someone to be a leader but not leading. So I will have to run because of our time since I have some people around. Good evening, everyone. My name is Paul Chibike Nlebedim, and we are going to talk this night. As I'm going to talk to you, I'll still receive your questions and then answer. But for now, I would like to welcome you, and I want to say a big. I want to give a big hand to Abraham, who reached out to me about this conference, and I'm so glad to be here. When he sent the flyer to me, I saw that this is something we all should do. So I decided to do this. This is a global leaders conference, and I believe that Abraham has something in mind. According to what we have here, it is on leadership traits, capacity building, employability skills, entrepreneurship skills, intellectual transformation. So, and I listened to the speaker yesterday, and he really made sense. He spoke to me, and today I will contribute my own quota, and I believe it is going to change every one of us. Thank you so much, Abraham, for having me here. So I am going to share my screen. I will share my screen. Okay, so please, can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, I'd like you to type yes, I can. Can you see my screen? Okay, so I decided to start with this. Start by wishing fathers happy Father's Day. I know that it is fathers are people that are forgotten, if I say it that way. Mothers in a year will have like we have like 25 or more Mother's Day, but fathers is just one once, and then after that one you won't hear it again. So fathers that are here with us, happy Father's Day. Um, so with this now, let me go to what we have today. I'll be a little bit fast because of our time, because I want to finish before my the hour mark. So today we are going to be looking at developing a growth mindset for career success and resilience. Developing a growth mindset for career success and resilience. I'd like you to type, if you can hear me, I'd like you to type on the chat box, developing a growth mindset. Just type it so I can continue. Developing a growth mindset. Developing a growth mindset. As soon as I see that, I'm going to continue. Developing a growth mindset. Are we here? Okay, so I'm waiting. Just type it there, developing a growth mindset. All right. So I'm still waiting for people developing a growth mindset. I want you to type it so I'll know you're with me. Hello, everyone. Are you still here? I want to be sure that you are with me. As soon as I see that prompt, I will continue. Okay, so let me go on. Now, this topic is a topic I love taking. It is a topic we all should listen to, but let's see how it goes. Now, when we mention growth in humans, the picture you can see here is what comes to mind. Whenever you talk about growth, this is what you see. This is what will go on in people's mindsets. A child is born, and before you know it, the child will start crawling. Before you know it, the child will start walking. Before you know it, the child will start school, and then before you know it, is a teen, and then before you know it, an adult, and just like that. This is the picture we have. But then there is a problem. There is a problem with humans, with many humans. We have that mindset that every child should grow. When you give birth to a child, you expect that that child is growing. And when your child is not growing, you're worried. You see parents that give birth to children, and if they are not talking, when they reach the stage of talking and they are not talking, you see that parent talking like consulting doctors, going from one hospital to the other. A child that is supposed to walk, that is not walking, you see parents that are bothered, so bothered, because they want their child to develop, they want their child to grow. But we forget that in all this, we are supposed to feed something. There is something we forget every now and again. We grow and develop physically, but many do not give their minds the opportunity to grow and develop. And this is just the truth. You see many people in this world, what they are after is the physical growth, what happens in their body, what they acquire, and all that. But then you don't see them making a conscious effort to grow their mind. And the mind is the engine of the body. Without the mind, that's why you could say that this person is crazy. Oh, this person is crazy because of where the person is coming from, because of where the person is going to. So we spend time pampering our children, we spend time helping them, assisting them to develop physically without even helping them to develop mentally. And that is not really good. That is bad. And because it is a natural thing for man to do. Growth is just a natural thing. Growth in humans is a natural thing. That's physical growth is a natural thing. It doesn't come by chance. So that's why when a child is not growing, a parent is worried. But now when your mind is not growing, then most people don't even know that their mind is not even growing. That's even the point. Now, when you talk about growth, you have to bring these two together: growth mindset and a fixed mindset. Now look at this guy, the guy by my left hand. The guy's mind is actually locked up. The guy's mind is locked up. And this is what is happening in the minds of so many people. Their minds being locked up, like locked up. There's nothing, they close themselves to learning, they close themselves to growth, they close their minds to anything that is going to develop them. The fixed mindset. That fixed mindset is the kind of mindset that there's nothing that will enter again. In fact, I don't learn finish. I don't learn finish. There's nothing I can learn again. But look at the guy on my right hand side. That guy is a guy that feeds his mind. If you look at his pockets, you can see spanner. He works on his mind. He makes sure that his mind is is in a good shape. And that is an effort we should do. Now, we're going to talk about growth mindset and then fixed mindset. Now, growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication, effort, and continuous learning. This kind of mindset is open to learning, it is open to growth, it is open to, there is not a time that this mindset says, I am done learning. There is nothing like I am done learning. It is a mindset that learns from even children. It is a mindset that learns from people, that learns from those you're leading. You cannot be a leader without learning. It is not possible to be a leader, a good leader, or a great leader without learning. So you learn from everything. You learn from the people you're leading. You learn from even the people that are just coming. There is something to learn. For a growth mindset, there is always something to learn. And if anything happens in this life, the next thing is, what can I learn from this? What can I learn kind of mindset is that growth mindset. The mindset that is open. You can see the picture over here. The mindset, the head is open to growth. So um, you should also know that any mindset, any person that stops growing will start dying. Anybody that's there, no matter your age, anybody that stops growing, any mindset that stops growing will start dying. Whether the person is 20 or whether the person is 40, it doesn't matter. The age, anytime, the person will start dying. So, growth mindsets, individuals with a growth mindset tend to embrace challenges. They persist in the fear of setbacks and view failures as opportunities for growth. They are always positive. You see someone who has this growth mindset, whenever they face challenges, they embrace it. The next question, like I said before, is what can I learn? I do tell people there is this song that says that if you if your mountain is not moving, if God is not removing, or if you have prayed and your mountain is still there, that it could be that God wants you to learn how to climb that mountain. So the mountain you're facing now, that mountain, that thing you call a mountain, that is in your life now, that is like you have a block. There's nowhere, you're going to nowhere because it is there. Why can't you perceive it from this other perspective? That it could be that it is, in fact, you're meant to climb the mountain. You're meant to learn how to climb the mountain. Because if it is removed automatically, you will not learn how to climb. So the first thing is to learn how to climb the mountain. Okay, if it is not moving, if you cannot go around it, then learn how to climb it. And when you climb it, it means you're going to be on top. And being on top means you're going to see afar off, you're going to see clearly. So don't see challenges as something that has come to shatter you. In fact, as a matter of fact, it is going to kill you. In fact, so for some people, they start saying, in fact, I am dead. Some people start exclaiming this, I am dead. And Satan somewhere will be saying amen to your prayers, because Satan understands that there is power in the tongue. He will continue to say amen. And if there's anything, he will say, yes, now you said it. You said you are dead. That's why other ones are coming. So, but the growth mindset wants to learn. There is a challenge. He wants to learn. What is it? What can I learn from this challenge? Now, because of our time, we need to run. Fixed mindset. Fixed mindset. Okay, before I go to fixed mindset, let me come back to growth mindset. Now, I have a question for you. If you look at the picture I have here, you see that this man is watering the plants, his mind, watering it. Now, the question is, did you water your mind today? Another question is, when was the last time you watered your mind? When was the last time you watered your mind? It is a conscious effort. Remember that it has to do with dedication. It has to do with effort. It has to do with continuous learning. So you learn every day from anywhere and anyone. So now let's go to fixed mindset. This guy over here is locked up forever. He doesn't want to know anything you're saying, doesn't want to improve. And anything you're saying, no matter what, you're on your own. Fixed mindset is the mindset that does not accept growth of any form. Any growth of any form, it does not accept it. So it does not make any effort to acquire new things. There's no need to acquire new things. There's nothing. Just leave it for me there. See, how did they say it again? Now like that, I take B. Now like that, they create me like this, I won't be. I don't be as my creator creates me. There's nothing. There's no room for growth. There's no room for learning. There's no room for development. But that person, if there is something, maybe the person has reached the age of marriage and the person is not, maybe husband is not coming, the person will start going to prayer houses. And you see them going to prayer houses. Some of them will fast like 24 hours. You see that kind of dedication, 24 hours dedication. They pray, they fast and do all those things. But to dedicate Some of them might even be because they have this fixed mindset. Because when you should grow, you didn't grow when you should grow. So you are in that. And there is no ojoro in this. You cannot outrun this. There's nothing you cannot pass that stage. It is something you must do. If physical appearance, physical development, that one is something that must happen. But when you enter the mindset, it is what you need a conscious effort to do. Individuals with a fixed mindset believe that abilities and intelligence are fixed traits, leading to a fear of failure and a reluctance to take risk. Risk is part of life. Calculated risk is part of life. Anyone that is not taking risk in life, that is not taking, when I say risk, don't get me wrong, before someone will go and take risk that I did not calculate. I did not say you should go and use that your money. I'm talking to you. I didn't say that you should go and use all your money and do that business. Maybe do one business that looks like MMM. It's not what I'm saying, Get me correctly. I didn't say anything like that. Not at all. So that someone will not quote me wrong. Now, being reluctant to take risk, calculated risk, taking risk in learning, taking risk to invest in learning, paying to learn, it is a risk. It is a risk that what you've not read, you are paying to get that. So that is a fixed mindset. Now, I don't want us to dwell more on the fixed mindset. I want us to go to growth mindset because we really have a lot to do here. Individuals with a growth mindset are more likely to embrace learning opportunities, take on challenging projects, and bounce back from setbacks. So those ones with growth mindset, the individuals with growth mindset have more opportunities to bounce back from setbacks and take on challenging projects. The opposite of growth mindset, that's those ones with fixed mindsets, they don't take on any challenge. If they must take on any challenge, it is something easy. It is not something something that is challenging. And once they encounter setbacks, they are gone. It's okay. That's the end of that project. Some of them will sit down there, some of them will sit there and will start crying. I had a picture, I saw a picture where someone was in a hole, a very deep hole. But one thing is that he had ladders, not even a ladder. He had ladders, and then he had matchstick. Do you know what he did? Because he used the matchstick to burn the rungs. That's the rungs of the ladder. He burnt all of them because he was feeling cold. He needed to feel warmth. He burnt what should have saved him from that challenge. And this is what we do every day. This is what people do every day. In my book, The Infallible Art of Positive Thinking, I explained that a little. I explained that deeply, rather. So there is nothing that should make you burn the rungs of your ladder because of momentary pleasure, because you want to be fine now. Because of that, you now start burning it so that tomorrow there will be nothing to climb on. That person is just digging his grave perpetually. So those with growth mindset tend to develop a greater sense of self-confidence and adaptability, which are highly valued in the professional world. I know I'm talking to professionals. I know I'm talking to maybe those that are starting. I know I'm talking to people that are in one career or the other. So if you develop a growth mindset, it will help you in your career. No matter the career, it is going to help you. No matter where you are, no matter the business, no matter your career, it is going to help you. No matter what you're doing, even if you're an entrepreneur, in fact, you need a growth mindset. If you don't have a growth mindset, you will go down. You will not even achieve anything because it takes a growth or someone with a growth mindset to build. It takes someone with a growth mindset to achieve his aim. So individuals individuals that have this growth mindset tend to be highly valued in the professional world. No matter what they do, they have that value. No matter what they do, they are they are highly sought out for. Now, before I conclude, I'm going to talk about strategies for developing a growth mindset. Now, the first one is embrace challenges. Challenges are part of life. There are things we cannot rule out of this life. Challenges. They are one of them. One of the things we cannot rule out. Embrace challenges. Seek out challenging tasks and projects that push you out of your comfort zones. It is not just your comfort zone. It is not about your comfort zones. You should seek challenging tasks that push you out of your comfort zone. That place you are that you feel that you're okay. If you are a businessman and you, for example, you're making 5,000 every day, do you know that it is possible for you to earn more? Do you know that there are people that are earning 10,000 every day? And if you're earning 10,000, do you know that there are people that are earning 100,000 every day? And if you're earning 100,000, do you know that there are people that are earning 1 million every day? So the growth mindset should always ask for, how do I do this? How do I grow more than where I am? So you should leave your comfort zone. It is not all about staying in your comfort zone. Setbacks and obstacles are valuable opportunities for learning and growth. So when you're talking of setbacks, when you're talking of obstacles, these are the things God has put in this world to help us grow. These are things God has put in this world to help us develop and grow. See, from today, if you see setbacks and obstacles as valuable opportunities, you will automatically grow. I want you to tell yourself, talk to yourself, touch yourself, and tell yourself, setbacks and obstacles are valuable opportunities for me to learn and grow. That is it. Setbacks and obstacles are valuable opportunities for me to learn and grow. Now, second one is to adopt a positive attitude toward failure. Failure is a gift. It is a gift. If you see failure as a stepping stone towards success, it will be like that. But if you don't, you will always be depressed, and before you know it, you will go down. When I did not understand this, at some point, I felt like going down. At some point in my life, because of the things that happened in my life, I felt like committing suicide. If not for the information I have, I would have committed suicide because of the kind of things that came to me. So I saw failure back then as a killer, something that, in fact, as it came, that nothing can happen to me. Nothing good again can happen. But God helped me anyway. So you have to view failures as learning experiences and analyze what you can do differently next time. This will help you. Don't forget this. When you encounter any failure, what you should do is to see it, first of all, see it as a stepping stone towards success. View it as a learning experience and then analyze what you can do differently next time. Failure is simply an opportunity for you to know what to do next time. If you fail 2 times, it means you have learned 2 ways of not going that way or of not doing that thing. So, though it is not easy, but you have to talk to yourself. When you fall, you rise. It is part of it. We learn this from small children that are learning to walk. When you have your child and the child is learning to walk, you see that child. When the child falls, you tell the child, after encouraging the child or patting the child at the back, you still allow the child to walk, right? So we should learn from all those things. When you fail, when you fall, rise. It doesn't mean you should sit there. If you sit there, no one is coming to help you. Nobody will come. Even God will not help you. Do you know why I said God will not help you? Because God wants you, God is a God of process. He wants you to learn. If He helps you to get to the top, when you get to the top, you cannot sustain it. You can never sustain it. That's why He wants you to learn. The only thing He can do for you as your Father is to give you the grace. And some of us, we are sitting on grace. Like the level of grace you're sitting on is so high, but still you don't recognize it. So, because of our time, I will have to run. Number three, foster a love for learning. You have to foster a love for learning. Grow it, pamper it. Let it be part of you. Let learning be part of you. Continuous learning and personal development makes you unique and sought out for. In your profession, in your career, it makes you unique. If you continue to learn, you will continue to be unique. And in this world is looking for unique people. This world is looking for unique people. That's why the AI industry now is trending. If the world is not looking for unique people, tell me how AI, artificial intelligence, will trend. Tell me how it will trend. Now, people use GPT to do a lot of things. People use Chat GPT to even write a whole lot. Some people use it for even graphics. Some people use it for so many things. You can use artificial intelligence for so many things as far as you know the prompt. Now, tell me, if it is not a unique world, if the world is not looking for unique things, tell me how artificial intelligence will come now in this dispensation. Some people are disputing the fact. Some people are saying that it will not come to stay. It will not do this. It will, maybe they don't know the actual prompt to use, but I'm telling you that it has come to stay. And I see this replacing so many jobs. So many jobs. I see it replacing so many jobs. If you're a graphic designer, learn so many skills. Make sure you learn, you pursue new knowledge and skills. If you've learned one, learn another one, develop another one, both within and outside your areas of expertise. Learn something in everything. It is not that you will be jack of all trade, master of none. You have to be jack of all trade. And there's this code that says jack of all trade, master of none. Some people don't know that it is not complete. Because oftentimes that jack of all trade is also can be master of all. It is possible for a jack of all trade, that person that is doing jack of all trade, to be master of all. Maybe we'll leave that for another time. Now, our focus here is for you to pursue knowledge, pursue new knowledge and skills. Whatsoever thing your hands can do, do it. I am not saying you should go and pursue new knowledge, like you carry everything, what you cannot carry, and then your energy level starts draining. It will cause you mental health, like it will cause your mental health a deep or downward movement. Please do not do that. Do what your hands can carry. You know what you can do at a time. Do it. When you're done with this particular one, you can pursue another one, but always pursue new knowledge and skills, both within and outside your area of expertise. Whether it is your career, don't be that person that will say, this is my career and I will do nothing else. I will do nothing else. No, you can be a medical doctor who is interested in tech. I am not saying that tech is like the almighty, that without tech you cannot survive in this world. No. But I am saying that if you add it, looking at the future of work, it will help you. So now, whatsoever you're doing, make sure you are learning. Cultivate resilience. This is an art. This is something we all should do. Cultivate resilience. You see, resilient people can never be on the ground. Because when they fall, the next thing is to know what made them fall. When I was small, my parents taught me that when you fall, look back and know what made you fall. And this is something that many people do. In fact, now I do it consciously. I do it unconsciously anyway. That whenever I fall, I look back to see what is it? What is that thing that tripped me? I will see whether it is something I should remove now or something I should remove later. Now, if you're following me, I want you to type, I will cultivate resilience. It is a promise. I want you to type it. I will cultivate resilience. If you're with me, I want you to type it. I will cultivate resilience. So that I will know how many people are with me. I will cultivate resilience. It is something key, something that you must do for you to survive this world. Resilience is a key component of a growth mindset. It is a key component of a growth mindset, and it is what we all should do. Now, I'm going to talk about this. Lastly, I'm going to talk about the techniques for bouncing back from setbacks. Techniques for bouncing back from setbacks. Number one is reframing negative thoughts. Reframing negative thoughts. When you have when you have a negative thought, what should come to you, what should come to your mind is, how do I change this to suit me? How do I change this? How do I turn this to positivity? When there is a thought coming to you that this thing is going to kill me, this thing, in fact, when this business I'm entering now, it is a risky one, let that negative thought make you research about that business. Turn it, let it be an energy, let it be a push to you. Let it be a push, what will push you to do the right thing. If you have a kind of business, you want to get into a business, but then you don't know anything about it and you have this fear, why don't you ask questions? Why don't you let that negative thought make you go and learn it? And not just learning it, learn the business of it. Now, you have to seek support from mentors or colleagues. Seek support from mentors. And that comes to we will come to this. There are some people that will say that I don't have any mentor in this world. I came to this world alone, and forget about mentors, this, mentor that, leave that thing. Now, you can actually learn from someone without having the person's contact. You can know someone's way. You can learn someone's way of doing things without having the person's contact. You can follow the person, especially this time that we have social media, and social media or makes it easy for us. You can follow the person. It is possible for you to know the words or the person's mantra. Have mentors, those ones you can easily ask for support. Those ones you can, when I say support here, don't think I am talking about money. Because many people, when you mention support, the only thing that comes to their mind is money. The next thing you will say is, that guy said, they give money. He doesn't give me money. In fact, the other time I asked him for money, he did not give. And I know that he's rich. I know that this guy, he's just that he's stingy. Stingy. He's a stingy man. No, the world is not like that. That person you call a stingy man can give you something that is of great value. That money he will give you cannot buy it. Of course, that money he will give you at that time cannot buy the value he will give you. So you have men who you fall back to, who, when you go to them and ask them, look at this. In fact, one conversation with them can get you what you need, can give you that dot you're looking for, that lock you're looking for, that eisen you're looking for to get your project done. It can be what will open that brain. It can be what will open you up, your mindset up, and you start seeing it in another perspective, and it will aid you to work more and to do more. So please, let's not have that kind of mindset that these people we call, or the people we call mentors, they don't want to release money. No, there's no free money anywhere. There is no free money anywhere. A growth mindset does not live in people's pockets. A growth mindset has it that he is responsible for himself, that no one is responsible for you. As far as your parents have given birth to you, in fact, you're in this world to survive. And you must do that big. You must live big in this world. So, and for you, the determinant of whether you're going to live big or whether you're going to just pass through this world without making any mark, it is dependent on what you do or what you are doing now. So what you are doing will determine where you're going to. So now, when we talk about this, we all should have an open mind to learning. Try as much as you can. Have an open mind to learning. Then another thing is practicing self-care. Practicing self-care. Make sure you practice self-care. Care for yourself. Oh. Do not be that guy that will care for every other person but himself. Do not be that guy that will, in fact, you collect every kind of work from everybody, and it is draining you. You know your threshold, and you've passed your threshold, and you are still collecting. Do not be that kind of guy. Practice self-care. It will help you to keep you in a good frame of mind to continue. Now, remember what I said. I'm going to go back. Techniques for bouncing back. That is for people that want to be resilient. The first one is to reframe negative thoughts. See it from the positive angle. Take it from the positive angle. Seek support from mentors or colleagues. And then make sure you practice self-care, because if you are okay, if you are all right today, that is when you will do more tomorrow. So with this, we've come to the end of this presentation, and I would say a very big thank you to everyone that listened to me. I know I was supposed to stop by 9, but I always like making my sessions short so that people, if you have any question, you will ask. So if you have any question, if there is any question, I want to use the remaining minutes to answer the question. If you have any question, I'll use the remaining minutes to answer the question. I don't like a class that I talk and talk and talk and talk, and I'm feeling that I've talked for so long that I should let people ask their question. So if you have any question, you can type it on the chat box. I can see the chat box. So, but if you don't have any question, then we'll have to call it a day. Okay, so I am looking at the chat box to see if there is anyone with any question. Okay, heal the world. I'm still waiting for your question. Okay, as I'm waiting for your question, I want to use this opportunity to appreciate Abraham. Abraham, thank you so much for having me here. Thank you for organizing this. This is something we should always do, helping people, raising leaders, because we know that leaders are the people that set the pace. Remember, in the beginning, I said that it is possible for someone to be a leader, but the person is not leading. These are two different things, being a leader and leading, actually leading. Okay, someone is asking, how can one maintain productivity with all these challenges? Productivity is something for you to be productive. You have to be intentional. You have to be intentional. You're not going to be productive you don't if you don't have a conscious if you don't make a conscious effort. Number one, for you to be productive, you have to every day write down your to-do. Make sure you upgrade your to-dos every day. And at the end of the day, you do a review of what you are supposed to do. So, like tomorrow now, you're supposed to write, like this night, you're supposed to write down your to-dos for tomorrow, what you're going to do tomorrow. So write them down. This will guide you. But if you're the kind of person that have an open space, you have an open space, you don't embrace this thing I'm saying. Let me stop sharing my screen. So okay, so if you're this kind of person that you don't have what you do, what you want to achieve for the day, you will continue to be like this. You will never be productive. But if you itemize all the things you're supposed to do and discipline yourself, it takes discipline. You have to discipline yourself. Discipline yourself to do them. At the end of the day, you write down the ones you did not achieve. You check, why did I not achieve this? Why did I not achieve it? Then you put them, if it is something that you must do the next day or you should do the next day, still put it in the next days to do. So you don't have to pack so many things because you want to be productive. You pack so many things in a day. No, remember that those things are just a guideline. When you finish your task for the day, you can either rest, or if you still have time to do some more, maybe some tomorrow, the one you're supposed to do tomorrow, you can do them. So, okay, someone is asking, what is the difference between mentorship and followership? Wow. Mentorship and followership. Mentorship, for you to be under mentorship has to do with you having someone who you see as a mirror. Yes, a mirror. And at some point, it is possible that this person, it is possible for you to have a mentor that you don't have a personal contact with. But the main thing is, if you have mentors that you have a personal contact with, it's they may not even have your time. In mentorship, it is not compulsory that your mentor will have your time. It is never compulsory. As someone who is a mentee, you are supposed to learn from your mentor. And it is an active learning. Remember, an active learning experience. It is not something you do passively. It is something you do actively. You follow, you watch the footstep of that person. If he removes seats, you put your own. I think that is what I can explain about it. That's the picture I can paint about mentorship. Whenever he removes it, you put your own. You're watching your mentor. You follow the guideline. You follow his guideline, his strategies. But in followership, you can follow someone passively. You can follow someone passively. Like, I follow this guy. I follow him on Instagram, and I know him. If he posts a new picture, you know that he posted. But it is not active. Like, you're not actively doing it. A mentor is supposed to have a mark in your life, like a footprint in your life. He's supposed to shape you, like shaping you. But in followership, it can be passively done. So, I don't know if I answered your question. Heal the world. I don't know if I answered your question. Please, if we have more question, you can just drop it. If you have more question, you can just drop it. The picture I painted about mentorship and followership. Someone can be following somebody without following actively. So, but then in mentorship, it is a conscious effort. You don't miss a day. You don't miss any season. If your mentor is having an event, you have to, in fact, sometimes you even pay to be in that place. If you don't even have his contact, this person is my mentor. Oh, he's speaking here. She's speaking here. Oh my God. You register. It might not even be his personal mentorship class, but you register because you want to listen to your mentor. You want to know, you want to update yourself from what he's saying. But followership, you just they follow this person, or I'm following this particular person. He posted yesterday. It is a casual thing, but then mentorship has to do with connection. Okay, so because of our time, we just have 6 minutes to go, and I don't like my sessions so long. I'm going to hands off here, and I would like to once again appreciate Abraham for putting this up, the leadership conference. And I don't know whether this session made impact. If it made impact, I would like you to type impact, send impact on the chat box so I can see that it made impact. Just type impact, impact. I want to see it, impact. When I see it, I'll know that people really learned, people really got one or two things from this session. I'm so happy to be here, Abraham. Thank you so much for putting this together. And I am so grateful you called me. When Abraham gave me an invite, the first thing I asked him was whether it's going to be a WhatsApp call conference or it's going to be a live conference, because WhatsApp conference, I typing is not my thing, because I do so many things at the same time. Like I have so many things I'm doing, and if I type for long without response or something like that, I may get lost. But thank you, Abraham, for using this. It is actually, I enjoyed myself speaking like to live audience, and it is what I enjoy doing. So thank you so much, everyone. With this, we've come to the end of tonight's session. I hope you join to Abraham, tomorrow's session, when is it going to be? 8 p.m. or 9 p.m.? When is it going to be? 8 p.m. or 9 p.m.? Okay, can you hear me, Abraham? Tomorrow's session, I know the normal time is 9 p.m. I asked him to do 8 p.m. because of my work schedule. So tomorrow by 8 p.m., if you've not joined the WhatsApp group, you can as well join the group so that you know. The speaker tomorrow is going to be is going to be a powerful speaker tomorrow. So don't miss tomorrow's session. Don't miss it. All right, with this, we've come to the end of this session. Everyone, take care of yourselves. And I started by saying Happy Father's Day to fathers in the house, and I'll end by saying Happy Father's Day to the fathers in the house. Let it be that I said it 2 times, at least these 2 times in a year. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care of yourselves.